straight up, I was like, yo, you can have it, but you have to take it off of him. And if you take it off of him, it's yours. And I looked at him, I was like, it's fucking his if he gets it off you. And they just went.
Yes, sir.
These stories about these sleepovers you have are like crazy.
Yeah, dude. Just wait.
Just
wait.
Tailing people's shirts off and shit. Yeah.
So you have a girlfriend now?
Yeah. So this is Borislav.
What's up, girl?
What's up?
What it do, baby?
You gotta be way closer to the mic.
Yeah, you gotta be closer.
You see how
dude.
he's like hogging on this thing?
You see how it's gotta be? Remember how I said it's gotta be uncomfortably close?
Yeah.
This is what uncomfortably close looks like.
Comfortable with this, actually.
Are
We
you
knew you
comfortable?
would be. No, we knew you would be.
He's like, no, actually, this is just fine.
Yeah.
We're doing just fine.
Yeah.
Bro, so
That motherfucker's cute, dog.
I'm glad
For
you
real.
guys let me have him back. Because,
Yeah.
like, that was a big thing. Like, we had people reach out to us, worried about him.
Yeah.
Legitimately, people messaged us and was like, I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, we were just done with him, man.
We took good care of him, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great.
As you can tell, he's fucking fine.
Yeah,
we returned him to you
now
with
he
a.
only wears no-gi, and he's kind of talked me into wearing just no-gi, just around the house. We're not even doing anything weird.
Yeah, this is what we do now.
That's what you guys do?
Yeah.
That's good, man. I like that. You're giving up the kimono.
I don't even take it off the shower. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so...
Yeah.
He's taught me so much about, like, the classes y'all had down there.
Did you see the sheen in his eyes when he came back? He's a fucking different man,
The
man.
sheen
Look
in
at
his
him.
eyes, on his forehead, chin,
Okay,
chest.
relax.
I mean, all
let's-
over the place.
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on now.
Okay.
Let's.
He had
Still a little shiny.
a glint in his eyeballs. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he had something else very close to his eyeballs, imprinted very big on his. I don't know.
well,
Hey man, it's a complex system we run over there, but as you can see, it fucking works, right?
Yeah. It's wild.
You seen his testicles yet?
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
I haven't directly seen them. Have I been sent pictures? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
Now, are you impressed? Be honest.
I'm more impressed that you're growing into a man's body. You know what I'm saying?
Hylton went through 1 year of growth in approximately 5 days.
Yeah.
So y'all have a hyperbolic time chamber over there?
More or less, man.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Do y'all lift with your balls? You like put weights on your balls, and I see you do the kettlebell dead body swings thing. Like
The kettle bag.
yeah, whatever it is.
Yes.
It looks like it's full of
ye old
Close
kettle
enough.
bag.
The kettle bag.
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we definitely sun the fuck out of our balls over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's on the agenda.
Questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some questions.
Well, man.
Does sunburning not ever happen with balls?
You want to take this one?
Oh, no.
Go ahead and take
Yeah,
this
man.
one.
So I know you guys touched base on what we consume, right? Seed oils and all that.
Okay.
We touched base on that last time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, inform people because this was just us.
fair enough.
They're not aware of the seed oil thing.
So I'm not going to get into like on a chemical level, but conceptually speaking, if you eliminate seed oils from your diet, you actually don't sunburn. If you're just like a regular white man, like you'll develop like a nice bronze tan. It has something to do with like the toxicity of the seed oils in your skin, because obviously the way you tan is like the ultraviolet rays hit your skin, oxidize with the cholesterol, and then produces vitamin D, and that's what gives you that nice tan. Produces like melanin and all that.
Wow.
But if we're talking like burning your balls or shit like that, like it works the same way. I mean, I don't necessarily see a nice like tan on my balls, but I don't think sunburn is really a factor when you eliminate the seed oil. So
Yeah. Stop eating seed oils. You won't sunburn anymore. Simple as
Okay,
that.
so what are the main things seed oils are in?
and with that being said, no need for sunscreen either, because that shit actually does give you skin cancer.
Yeah.
Unpopular
It's the
opinion.
truth.
Swear to God.
They just got pulled off the market. Bunch of sunscreen for giving cancer. Actually
No,
causing cancer.
hey, I absolutely know I do that. Like, that's part of my job is like pulling shit that gets recalled in the store.
So you saw it
Dude,
happen.
so much of one brand. I'm not gonna say the brand because I fucking
Yeah.
But like almost the entire one brand was gone, and then a bunch of like certain types of other brands
Yeah.
would be pulled
It's
out.
the benzene. They all contain
Yeah.
benzene.
Oh, yeah.
And benzene's actually in a lot of...
It even gives you a reason why they're being pulled.
Yeah.
And that's
why
exactly what it
causing
is. It's
skin
like-
cancer.
Yeah.
So it was actually just counterintuitive that people believe that, like, because seed oils are such a large part of the Western diet now, everybody sunburns just from regular sun exposure, not even, hours and hours. And so they were actually putting out, people had this counterintuitive idea that they needed to lather themselves up in sunscreen to go in the sun at all, when in fact the sunscreen was causing them cancer. benzene, what was causing cancer in all these people, is actually in like a bunch of shampoos and body washes and all that shit. That's why I don't shower with anything with like a fragrance in it now either. It's all, dude, there's so much chemicals and all this shit that like people don't fucking know about until, you know, a couple 100,000 people get cancer from it and then they pull it.
Now for people that are interested in like proceeding with this lifestyle, like if they come off seed oils, how long till it's in effect of like it's out of your system and you're no longer getting burned or like other effects you'll start to see in a positive manner? Like what is the time frame typically? Like how long did it take you guys, like you realized it and then you started to pull it out?
I kind of have an answer for that. So I know like stuff like vegetable oil and canola oil has like a really weird half-life to where it stays in your stomach for a very long time, which is terrible for your body, by the way. But for example, like I told him recently, I got my test levels checked 3 months ago about, and they were like 768. And since then, the only thing I've done differently is completely cut out those seed oils and sun my balls every single day that there's sunlight, of course. And I recently got them checked. I think there was a 2.5 month gap between the two, and then it came back at 847. So I don't know like at what point it shot up to that, but I'm saying like in just 2.5 months, like that kind of started to take a turn for the better.
And that was when you eliminated seed oils around that same time, right?
Yeah, like completely. Like that's pretty much when I moved in with you, and like all we eat is like rice, red meat, eggs, a couple other things, but nothing with fucking seed oil in it, like down to a T.
Which, to answer your original question, what is it in? It's in fucking everything now, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it's in everything that's like pre-fried, baked, whatever.
It's not even just that. Like anything, it's such a cheap alternative to healthy fats and oils like coconut oil, olive oil, anything like, you know, the stuff that's not processed, that they just put it in fucking everything now. You know what I'm saying? So like literally you can check, if you go to the store, probably 90% plus of anything packaged has seed oil in it. And so you're talking about like cottonseed, rapeseed, canola oil, sunflower seed oil, etc. I think there's a couple more, but like you will find one of those or a combination of them. And,
just expect it to have it.
So
all
without
chips, all cereals, anything fucking packaged, dude. You can pretty much write it off.
Almost all breads. There's a couple breads that we found, unless you make your own bread, right? Because again, you can just use olive oil. So like the alternative is there, and the science is all backing all of this, right? People know about this, but it's the industry, you know.
But they do things to mass produce things that are cheaper.
Yeah, they're
because
trying to find the
obviously just
cheapest
because.
way.
Like, I don't think necessarily they're intentionally doing it to, like, harm us. They're like, dude, we got to fucking make a lot of money. What can we get cheap?
Well, yeah, so
oils,
here's why, right? Because this all came from the cottonseed, which is a byproduct, right? It's a byproduct that they were throwing away, and they figured out it's like a 9-step process involving a shitload of chemicals, but they figured out how to take this waste, these cotton seeds, and turn them into an oil, like a cooking oil. But you know, I think that was in the 50s. And so they didn't know or care about the effects. They just realized that they could take something that was previously a waste item and commoditize it.
Yeah.
Right. And so now you go from then to now, which coincidentally, skin cancer, if you look at the fucking rates of skin cancer, almost non-existent back then. Yeah. So you go from then to now, and now seed oils are in fucking everything. And skin cancer has just gone up exponentially. The curve's exactly the same. So that's like, I mean, that's like step one, man. If you're gonna start living like a cleaner lifestyle.
Yeah. So what are the steps to become a perfect man?
To become a perfect man,
physically structured and speaking, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, we don't have like a.
So seed oil gone, sunning the balls, sunning the asshole, and go.
That's a complicated question though.
Yeah, it is.
Because I wouldn't consider either of us perfect men, but I think.
Or you're at your physical prime, I should say. Then.
It's just like
maybe not men, but like, you know what I'm saying.
Basically, doing
optimize your body.
We kind of throw around the term of like vibrational levels, right? High vibrational individuals.
I pick up
versus,
good vibes from you
know what
guys.
I'm saying? Yeah, versus like low vibrational individuals, and like sort of break that down into like what's like a high vibrational activity versus a low vibrational activity, right? So like, it's super simple. If I spend an hour staring at social media or an hour reading a book, like what is going to elevate you as a person more, right? And so for me, at least, I know that like I started looking at everything as like small activities that are like gonna elevate myself as a person, and then things that objectively bring me back. Yeah. So, but step one, man, for me, in my opinion, is diet, because the American diet is just so fucking trash these days, and people have become accustomed to feeling like shit and being sick.
Yeah.
When it's a lot of times as simple as just learning how to cook for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And taking a step back and just eating foods that aren't, fucking packaged and full of chemicals, right? Like that's it's such a
you can't read and don't know what they are and shit like that. It's
honestly,
like, bro,
man, you understand, because you can cook. Like, it's not even, it doesn't, there's this fallacy that like it's expensive to eat clean and eat healthy, or it's like overly complicated, and it's really not, man, right?
Not.
You understand, because you get that, like, to make rice, eggs, red meat, and some vegetables, it's not that difficult of a process.
Also, if you eat closer to clean, you can get fuller off of the right
100%.
things. You could eat like 10 bags of potato chips and feel not anything but sluggish.
Your body craves nutrients, not fucking garbage.
Yeah.
So
it's fascinating, man, because when you get off of trash food, so say like 2 weeks of just eating like very clean, you stop craving that stuff, and it actually, for me anyway, like the processed junk, that the immediate satisfaction types of food actually just make me feel sick now. I can't eat any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? None of it appeals to me anymore.
It's just like what you were saying earlier. It's getting people motivated to take the extra fucking 30 minutes to cook themselves a good meal instead of running up the street and grabbing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nowadays it's harder to get people motivated, which it shouldn't be. But that's the way the way our
But it's
people
also
are
like
now,
the rat
dude.
race of
It's
everything.
like,
You get a job when you're young because you're taught like I don't know why this is like, but I remember when I was a kid, I was like, dude, I just want to quit school and get a job because then I'll make money and I can get out of the house. That was my train of thought, because I saw other kids in the neighborhood. I mean, I grew up in a trailer park, so a lot of people would just quit school and start like McDonald's or wherever. I started at a golf course and I was able to start making money, and obviously I threw the money away. I got tattoos. But there was no money structure in my life like taught to me. Not like how to manage your money, how to make money, like setting up your life for the future. There was none of that. It was just like, yeah, that works. You could do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to.
So it's like,
if you're talking about improving yourself, you have to have a concept of the future, right? And that's what you're talking about, is like, if you're living in immediacy and immediate satisfaction, and you don't really have a concept of like where you want to be and how you're going to get there and all these things, and like your ability to think forward is just lacking, then obviously you're not going to be able to set yourself up, and you're not going to have any interest in taking these steps, right? Because you don't think past today. So like all of this comes from like an interest in being better tomorrow than you are today, right? And feeling better, and seeking like, not perfection, but trying to be the highest form of yourself that you can be.
Right.
yeah.
And so if you're not thinking like that, then why would you have any interest in this? That thought process, and it's just this circular pit of death, man, is like, I want to feel good right now.
Yeah.
And it's such a trap, right?
Yeah.
And it's such a trap in so many ways, because you get into this this like cycle of fucking immediate dopamine pleasure, whether it's coming from food or social media or whatever. And it's like every hit feels less good. Whereas the things that are difficult, that don't give you immediate satisfaction, end up being the most fulfilling things, despite being much more difficult, right? Like the cooking a fucking steak dinner for yourself versus going and grabbing McDonald's, right? One is immediate satisfaction followed by a lot of unhappiness, right? Like you feel ashamed and you feel like shit physically, versus like putting in an hour of work to do what, sharpen your fucking knife, make your steak right, make this bitchin' dinner, sit down and eat it, and you feel good after.
Now, is my girl about to bring 20 hot wings for me? No, those are for her. But I'm just saying, if she were,
She's a big hot
I
wing
used
fan.
to do that
She's a big
until
hot
like
wing
right now.
Yeah, until
So like
just
moving
now.
forward from
So
the,
just
now she can't finish. I might
I mean,
just think out of. I don't want to waste.
Yeah.
Like the cottonseed oil thing. I don't want to waste.
Yeah.
So I might just like, I don't know,
Grab
lick
a
the
couple.
plate because I like.
baby.
I don't know. But
I'm
after
just saying.
this,
I'm just saying.
maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So, is the no seed oil why your head's so fucking big? Or
Damn, it's like that, dude. Are you serious?
no, I'm kidding. So,
But really though, what's up with that?
What's up with my head?
Yeah.
yeah, is it all the books in there?
What are you gonna say, bro?
I'm about to start coming at you guys sideways as
on.
fuck, dude.
Hey, go ahead. I got a gap the size of fucking Grand Canyon. What's up?
Straight up,
So good question. We want to ask the listeners: should Cody get braces?
Yes. For
Now, I've
sure.
asked several people.
Please, bro.
I don't smile with my teeth, so I smile like.
You look
Because
cute as fuck, dude.
But-
his teeth fuck. Hey, say yes, so I don't have to look at him like that all
But
the time. Please.
Literally stick your tongue out, Hylton.
Yo, do it.
Hey, man.
You little fucking whore.
No, dude.
You're like a little
Yeah,
toy
what's
that
up,
they
man?
push the button on the top and it's just like.
Yeah, literally,
It's
bro.
like
I'm about
a
to press your
like a
belly
Pez
button.
dispenser,
I'm about to press
dog.
your belly button. Your tongue's gonna come out.
Yeah. But here's a good question because I was gonna ask the dentist the other day when I was there. What even is the purpose of straightening your teeth if it doesn't physically mess with anything when you eat? Is it just cosmetic?
Yes, probably just
Right?
an aesthetic thing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, if it doesn't fuck you up when you eat, then yeah, I wouldn't do it. Braces fucking suck, dude.
Yeah. Well.
I had them for 2
They
years.
get made fun of too.
And dude,
man,
jujitsu.
could
Have
it
you
get
thought about
worse?
doing jujitsu with braces?
Yeah, I know.
I played rugby when I had braces. Bro, my
didn't
fucking
think-
mouth,
Yeah, but
my
aren't
mouth
they
was
nowadays not as sharp? Haven't they figured
You
that
can
out?
you can get them like behind too. I think now.
bullshit, dude. There's
That
no-
I call bullshit.
That's
I don't
fucking
think
bullshit.
behind.
man.
What do you mean? Like
behind
no,
your
that's
teeth.
the whole process is
whatever.
pulling
Behind your
forward.
teeth.
That's bullshit. It's gonna fucking suck, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't do it unless you had to. Number one, you're gonna get food stuck in all that shit all the time. Your mouth's gonna hurt all the time. And doing jujitsu, your mouth is gonna be fucking hamburger by the end of a session.
what if I never let anybody near my face?
I mean,
You've never gotten your back.
Like, what if
taken?
you?
I guess you just won't. You're just not gonna roll with me anymore, or what? Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
I mean, I'm gonna have braces now, so like you can't even touch this. So you know what I'm saying? Like my guard is so good.
I don't
like,
get what
my
you're saying.
frames.
Keep talking.
No way. I mean, you have like Stretch Armstrong arms. Like your shit just for some reason just hangs down to the ground.
Yeah, why do they go so long?
Yeah, what's
Dude,
up?
Get it.
And why are you wearing
What's up with
velour? Or is that velvet?
It's velour.
Yeah, so just recently joined the mafia mob. What is it? What is the Russian Blavladov thing? What is y'all's
I
thing?
mean, we don't really talk about all that,
Oh,
but
my bad. My bad, bro. Yeah, but I mean, velour looks sexy on you, boy.
it's a look, right?
You look good.
It's a look.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
front. Why?
Yeah.
Why don't you? What's up with that?
Yeah, you haven't leveled
Calling
up.
me out right now.
Word. Is it because you're rocking the beard? You don't need the velour.
Nah, dude. Honestly, let me take this damn shirt off. I got this.
Oh my god. Of course.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
So are you gonna go make sauce in the kitchen? Like what?
Hilton's fucking
What's up with the
Hilton's
thing?
heart rate just went up 50
just had
beats.
this- he
I just
had
got
this
yeah, I
twinkle in
just
his
got
eye.
I got a
Kitchen
notification
grew
on my
by a
phone.
millimeter.
Hey, you gotta calm the fuck down, dude.
Yeah.
His eyes are twinkling.
You're about to-
Fucking his whoops going.
I went back to the dungeon. Oh no! back to the dungeon.
He just
You
gets
enjoyed
quiet.
yourself.
Just struck.
Yeah. So
Oh wow!
I think we were. I think you asked us about like a list of
Yeah. So seed oils.
action items, right?
And also, before you get into the list, what is the proper term to sunning your balls? Do you call it ball sunning? What do you call it? Like when you're like, "Hey, what were you just doing in the backyard?" What do you say?
Dude, honestly,
What is
I
the
don't think
correct
we've really
term? Like without being
coined a
silly,
term.
what would you call it?
Testicular sunning.
But you don't just
ball
say like,
sunning.
"Yo, sunning," or like, there's not a
Yeah,
shorter
sunning.
term.
I just thought it was
I
sunning.
mean, I've got a notebook with a to-do list. I just call it sun. I mean, I don't.
But the thing is, like, it's sunning, yeah, because it's not only like sunlight is not only important for your testicles. Like, you get not an equal amount, but a similar amount of boost to like your hormones by sunning your torso as well. So, like, just getting sun, period, getting sun on your
good
body
thing.
daily
Yeah.
is extremely fucking important. Like the reasons that he explained. So yeah, I mean, it's all the same. Like I don't really look at it as any different from sunning any of the rest of my body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just another part of my
So
body.
you're not like taping off like thighs and shit, huh? Just the sun, just the balls. For some reason, I
just
imagine it like
you're laying
painter's
out
tape.
nude.
No, I just,
You're
go,
not,
out-
like,
I just
taping
go outside
things off.
naked,
Yeah,
dude. I just go in my
yeah.
backyard.
Yeah,
I hit up the beach sometimes and do it like in a discreet location, like in the less clothes, the better, man. And we talked about this too last time we were here. The butthole sunning too. Like it sounds funny, but it's even more serious than the testicular sunning because like the butthole is the only part of the body that actually gives like a very like an actual like open canal to the perennial nerve, which is goes through your stomach, is responsible for making all like serotonin and all that stuff that goes to your brain. So honestly, man, like the butthole requires a lot less time sunning it. It's like 15 seconds compared to like 20 or 30 minutes on the balls. So I mean, like,
are you being serious? 15 seconds is equal to 30
15
minutes?
seconds is like the equivalent. Yeah, it's like that's like the recommended amount.
2 minutes and I'm fucking set for a day.
Yeah, dude. Like when I finish it up, dude, I'm about 30 seconds and I'm done.
That's just for your perennial nerve, but I mean, you should still sun your balls and your torso for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah. But like when I wrap things
like
up,
these times are way shorter than I imagined. I thought y'all were gonna be out there for hours.
Nah, I mean we do still spend as much time in the sun as possible, just because it's only beneficial to you. And it's such a fallacy that like it goes back to that whole thing. The idea that the sun gives you cancer is just complete fucking bullshit, dude. And it's a product of high seed oil diets and people dousing themselves in sunscreen. The fact of the matter is that if you eliminate those two things from your system, I mean, yeah, can you still sunburn after 10 fucking hours in high UV? Of course. Yeah. But we spend hours, we fucking train on the beach. When in the summer, dude, all of our training is outside except for fucking rolling. So it's like it's
now, would you ever want to roll outside, like take mats outside?
100%. That's the plan. As it starts to heat up this year, because we have a bunch of rollouts and we have a bunch of just mat space now between a couple of the guys. So I think we're gonna start maybe Saturdays and Sundays, setting up mats down by Hangout, doing rolls down there. Dude. So yeah, you guys got to come by for that.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd be a ripper.
Awesome, see, we have we set up mats out here, but it's like Florida room, so it's covered. Yeah. So it's like and we don't have that pad yet cleaned off for like summer rolls.
We want to start taking the rollouts straight down to the beach and just doing it down there. Dude. That's
we could do it here one time on the pad out there, like whenever summer hit, or like whenever, because he's gonna still do fires. So like he does fires on the pad, so it's like moving it now would be like weird because you have to reset it up. But
yeah, during the summer that would be sick.
Just it's huge.
Rollouts out there.
I mean, it's huge for the amount of mat space.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but
it's a nice little pad for sure.
You were asking about this like this like list of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any particular order, but I would say the next one that's worth discussing is like, and I know we spoke about this last time, is eliminating porn. I feel like most guys are pretty hooked on porn, and it's once you kind of like wake up and realize like you're basically watching another dude fuck a girl, so you're essentially getting off the being cucked, and realizing like the negative effect that has on your mindset going into intimacy with a girl, and just like to touch on that too, just like the seed retention, not wasting a seed on something as meaningless as porn. I think that's another pretty solid step in the right direction. That's helped not fix but enhance the intimacy in my life. Like I didn't really ever have a problem, but like my encounters with girls now are just absolutely amazing. I mean, just completely eliminating that part of my life, like no jerking off, no porn, only physical interactions with other women. Like it's just, I don't know, man. I think that's just like raw, true intimacy that I've just robbed myself of over the years, because what did I know going through high school and college? I was,
it's so common, so ubiquitous, and like everybody, it's something that just every fucking young man sees as normal these days. Guys talk about it in the locker rooms, right? As often as they talk about like hooking up with real women. So it's like, we were in a way, man, we were the first generation plagued with this problem, because that shit really didn't exist before we were like of age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not like it is now.
Right.
Like, they had Playboy, but that was like more like showy.
That's what I'm saying. And
it
even
was like more of like a,
even the gnarly smut magazines, they existed, but like, it was hard. I don't remember seeing those as a kid. It was fucking hard to get your hands on them. Like nowhere sold them. Whatever. But then
7-Eleven.
We kind of came around. Yeah.
They had them everywhere.
Really?
7-Elevens?
Really?
In the hood?
That was the pull-up?
Bro, on Jackson Street, there used to be a 7-Eleven that had them, like, they had a special rack. But, I mean, that was where I grew up.
I just don't remember. I remember my homeboy's dad had, like, stacks of Playboys, and he would, like, smuggle them out and show them to the homies, but it was, like, that was it as a kid. And then the internet came about. And that honestly, bro, I've heard people describe that, and this is kind of fucking a deep thing, but like as our generation's struggle.
Yeah.
As like,
like
because
crack in like the 80s, I think it was.
yeah, similarly, but just
Say
the
no,
fact
like
that
the
like
whole.
Yeah.
this fucking touches on like a deeper thing of how young men these days don't have like a great struggle or like a great war or anything, right? So we, in a lot of ways, like men's lives, especially young men, lack a lot of meaning, right? And I've heard somebody describe like the fucking ubiquitous use of porn as like the real coming of age trial for young men these days, is like getting off that and reclaiming like their intimacy with women, because that actually psychologically I think has fucked up a whole generation of men.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way that men and women interact nowadays is so completely destroyed, and I think that a lot of it has to do with like
Electronics, period.
That's
how you finish that, because everything's so disconnected from real life experiences.
100%.
It's
social media, porn, like all that is like such a huge step away from like, yo, who is that? Like, you might know like a girl online, but then you know her in person, and it's like, y'all are fucking strangers.
People's ability to communicate face to face, like we're doing right now, and maintain fucking eye contact, whether it's man to man, man to woman, or whatever, what have you, is completely fucking diminished, right? It's non-existent.
Super.
It's crazy.
And that I would say that like I would put porn in its own, quitting porn in its own category for sure. But I think another step on this list is either the elimination of or a vast fucking change in your relationship with screen time and social media.
Yeah.
I would say that if we were to rank this list, I would say that that's fucking very high up there.
Yeah.
Because this fascination with like with fucking social media and with spending every waking second looking at a screen, and that doesn't just mean your phone, right? We're in an age when people wake up, the first thing they do is look at their phone for 20 minutes to an hour, and then they go spend all day on a computer,
YouTube,
and then they come home.
I'm
and they
super bad on
watching
YouTube.
movies.
YouTube is like literally my crutch. Like YouTube or food.
That's what I'm
try
saying,
YouTube,
man.
Yeah.
Like
It's an age now where
it's a problem.
you go phone
It's scary,
to computer all day, come home and watch Netflix while you sit on your phone, and fucking go to bed, dude. I mean, think about the effect that has on you just from every perspective. Like that, and the fact of the matter is that the majority of people's social interactions now will be screen to screen, right? And it's
like, how'd you meet your wife? And then people will be,
we met on Instagram.
or on an app.
dating
app.
What a strange world, right?
Yeah.
And it's to this point where you can go out in public, and I do this sometimes. Like I do every time I go to the airport, right? Because the airport's you're gonna get like a cross section of America, right? You're gonna get like a good like slice of like
everything a little bit,
of what normal people are doing.
Maybe
right?
not Pensacola, the airport is so damn small.
Yeah, correct. But like an international airport, walk through there and see how many people you can make eye contact with.
Yeah,
almost fucking zero.
Yeah,
unless
they're in a shop trying to sell you something, they're not looking at you.
Every single person is looking at a phone.
Yeah,
people that are sitting together are looking at phones. Children, right? Yeah. It's a fascinating little exercise to do, because you realize just how fucking far gone our ability to interact socially is. It's an absolute crutch, right? Like people cannot bear to fucking sit and be separated from from that for more than a couple minutes.
That's true.
Very interesting, man.
It is.
So I honestly think that like that's a big piece of like developing as a person nowadays, and like really becoming a fucking higher level. Because, and the reason, if you had to boil it down to something, it's just attention span. People's abilities to focus on anything for more than a few minutes without checking that fucking thing is almost gone, right? And it's by design, but like,
and also nothing limits it.
No,
like you're on Instagram, nothing, like you're an adult.
You can sit there and do that.
Nobody's gonna be like, get off that real quick.
You could spend 12 hours on it,
and your phone isn't gonna, unless you're like, if you're plugged in, you're really fucked, because it's just not even gonna die.
Correct.
I think that's one thing that I'm bad at, because like when I'm at work, I'll even have, like, I don't have my phone, like, I won't put my phone on me, but I'll have my phone, like, set up on my station, flipped up, so I can see when somebody texts me or get a notification or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I might be busy and whatnot, but, like, whenever I get a second, I'm, like, right there. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen those phones? I think they're called Lumen phones. They're black and white, and they don't have any apps. They don't have access to anything like text. I think they can only call, or maybe they can text, but they have no color to them.
Right.
It's only black and white, so you don't get the dopamine drop or like effect from it to where you're hooked to it.
Interesting.
Now, iPhones have the effect that they have the option you can go black and white, but like, who's gonna willingly do that? Nobody's gonna be like, cool, I'll take away the colorful colors.
I didn't know you could do that. I would actually do that.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh. That's interesting, man. Because like what you're saying is like your phone's sitting up and you see the notification. There is just a hit, dude. You get a small hit 100%. From it, and you're like, I can't fucking wait. Like, try to not look at it.
Oh, I know, dude.
You know what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
and it fucking sucks because like I've accepted the fact that like that's how I am, and I get that, and I know that's something that I need to work on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it sucks that it's that way now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is because
But
I'm younger or whatnot, and so my generation grew up with all being around this all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
grew up
saying?
with
So
one in
it's
your hand.
like. So it's like for me, growing up with that, it's it is a crutch. It's one of those, it's one of those fucking things, man.
I just think it goes back to like the whole seed oil thing too. Like it's all just like you're addicted to how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
That little dopamine rush you get. And I think like if we're talking about, combating this, if that's what you desire to do, it's like kind of realizing like you want to break the cycle of this like feedback loop you keep getting caught in with the food, with the porn, with the foam. And if you can develop a conviction stronger than the temptation that's in front of you, like nothing's gonna fuck with you, of course, because like you were talking about motivation earlier, and this is so cliche, but like discipline is gonna carry a lot more weight than just like basic motivation in a situation like this, because like even the porn thing or the phone, like I'm actually a lot more guilty than he is of like looking at my phone a lot, and that's something I've been trying to work on as well. But you just have to develop a conviction that's going to be stronger than, what temptation lies in front of you. And however you do that, that's on you. But it's got to come from you, because obviously, like, you realize the problem as well. Yeah. And you've accepted that, but, like, you can do two things about it. You can just let it consume you, or you can fucking, combat it. 100%. And that's just, like, with any of these things, you just need to have a conviction. Like, how you do anything is how you do everything, in my opinion. And, without that, you're just going to keep getting steamrolled by the temptation to just get right back into whatever is easy, Right. Because you go ahead.
Sorry. I think that a big thing that we're both trying to do is show people that there's an alternative way to live. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this is so normal, and it's normal to see grown men that you respect behave in all these ways, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that the way that I see it is I grew up around like my uncles and my grandfathers were
never
not like this.
Yeah.
Right. And so I grew
the
up.
next generation super fucked because we're all like this.
Well, but we don't have to be, man.
Yes,
and
correct.
that's what I think we're very interested in showing, especially the younger generation, a model of like men that don't live like this.
Yeah.
Men that live the same way that they lived, like the people that I looked up to. I want to be those guys for the younger generation today.
Right. And there's not one of those.
There's not, man. There's almost none of them, and that's why like this, a lot of the stuff we talk about, people like want to fucking make jokes about it and say it's all bullshit, but like it's never been more important than it is right now to set an example for fucking younger men, because they don't have one, man.
Yeah.
I didn't have one, and it's like it took me. I'm trying to cut the learning curve for the shit that I had to go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't even know that porn was bad fucking 10 years ago, It was just a normal thing. We didn't know about fucking seed oils. And it's like, that, I think for me, I can speak for myself, but I think we're both on the same page. My interest in this is not like, it's not like building a fucking brand on social media. It's not like I need to monetize what I'm doing. It's not, this is how I actually live. And I'm very interested in setting an example for younger generations that this is there's an alternative way to live.
Yeah.
You don't have to be locked into these cycles.
And you know what? It is posting about it on social media, like, you're not trying to monetize it, like you're saying, but when you are making those posts and you're showing people this is how I live, it's gravitational. People look at that and they're like, dude, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what people need. That's what younger people need, dude.
But it's also hard to not use
Right.
These
electronics
You have-
to spread
right.
that.
Correct, man.
So it's
And
like
that's
you're
like-
at like a center road of like
gotta mediate.
It's a
It's a sort of
crossroads,
catch-22, correct. And I think that's something like as we start putting this information out there more, I think it's important that we emphasize like take this information off of social media, like use these tools positively.
Yeah.
Because you at the same time, right, you can make a conscious decision on how you use these things, right? The only reason that I have Instagram is because it's almost essential to get
a jiu-jitsu career.
correct. Yeah. So it's
same thing like the podcast. Like
Yeah.
my regular account is like inactive basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been touched in like 2 or 3 years.
right.
But the podcast is like the whole
Yeah.
reason I
And
even
it's
are.
and it's very hard to get anywhere with anything, like the podcast, dude. There's no way we would have been able to do, these kind of things with no social media.
And so that's how I view it, right? Is that for what I'm trying to do, it's a necessary evil. However, it's possible to use these things as a tool to do much more good than harm with them, right? Yeah. Like my goal is to encourage people to get off of it altogether. However, if we can fucking spread like a solid message and really help out like a large swath of a younger generation and with the stuff that we're already doing, right? And it's not even necessarily us telling you to do anything. Just look at how I live, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
I just want to set a fucking example of like a better way of doing
Yeah.
things.
Also examine
Yeah.
how you personally live if you're not you is what I mean. Like if they're watching you, like just take a look at your own life.
Yeah.
Are you happy with
What are you
everything?
doing? Yeah.
Examine.
Yeah.
And then it gives them a place to work from, like, okay, I do feel like shit.
Yeah.
Where should I start? I can start with these 3 fucking things, very simple, right? And that's it, man. And that's kind of like, it's been an interesting sort of journey because both of us have sort of like found out, we've been digging into a lot of this stuff ourselves, and it's been like a trial and error thing. But like it's.
I mean, it's gonna be trial and error, no matter like how clean cut your steps are or like the process that you lay forward. It's not gonna work for everybody, regardless, because everybody's so different. Like maybe somebody is allergic to the fucking sun or something. Maybe they're born with like a autoimmune deficiency or something. I don't know if that exists for the sun.
Photosensitivity for sure. Yeah, there's different things.
I knew there was something because like when I was in middle school, there's a kid that was in a complete suit. And their skin couldn't touch the sun. They had like a little clear thing. I mean, they looked like a moon man, right? They had to walk around and be guided because they couldn't even see.
Yeah, I seen kids like that.
Yeah, they would be like this, and they had to be guided. So it definitely exists, but like it's trial and error, like you were saying. But
yeah, those are special cases. But no, I agree with what you're saying, man. And not everybody's going to be interested in taking the steps, right? And that's okay, But I know for a fact that there's a lot of young men out there like me that know something's wrong and just don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And like those are more the kids that I'm interested in reaching out to.
you should do a day in the life, or like maybe like a rough week in the life of like how you kind of set up your days, because like maybe people hear this, and I'm more of like a hands-on learner, so like I can hear you saying all this.
Yeah.
But like, how would it apply to my life? Right. So if I watched you do it, or like I hung out around you, like shadowed you or something, I'd be able to pick it up and apply it to my life way easier than I can hear you saying like, kill seed oils. Cool. Well, what the fuck are you eating?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like if I watch you eat something, have a much better idea how you prepare food, or like how you just move throughout your life, like the choices you're making and like the thought process behind each choice. Like, cool, I sunned my balls and like I ate like whatever the fuck you eat. And like, how would I apply that to my current life? Like I find out that I get comfortable at a job and then I'll eat the cleanest I possibly eat right when I start the job. Because I have no bad habits. Because I don't know where I can put a bad habit in my schedule. And then I get comfortable in that schedule and I'm like, oh, well, this spot every single day seems like a good spot to take a break. And in that break, I'll have like a coffee. Why am I drinking coffee this late, right? That's a problem. I know there's a problem with coffee. There's a problem with food for me. But, like, I'm aware of it. It's like I need to wean myself off of it. But I'm the type that I learn from watching. So if I seen somebody else do something, I'd almost exactly layer that on my life and then mimic that. And then it becomes a habit, and then I don't even notice.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like, that's how I've lost weight in my life. Like, this time, like 2 years ago, I was like 240 pounds. And I lost a lot of weight, but it's because I was watching YouTube, and I noticed a guy was eating, like, shitty-looking foods, but he made it super healthy. So it'd be, like, super low-calorie pizza, high protein, but it made me lose, like, 60 pounds. So it's like I ate that all the time, and if I would have never found that, I might have still been gaining weight and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's like maybe putting out, not maybe instructional videos, but like, this is what I do. You guys can do whatever you're going to do, but like, this is what I do.
Yeah, so that's actually the plan. So we're looking at a couple different platforms and like the best way to do that, but that is in the works right now for various things. So like, we're talking about doing. You guys have probably seen some of the training stuff he puts out as far as like the weight training that we do and stuff in the sun. So we're looking at starting to do that consistently, like a couple a week, and then more stuff about what we're doing. And I think the day in life would be pretty cool just to show, just to like give a look into like, because it's all simple shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not a fucking difficult thing. It's just really a matter of being consistent,
right?
And like elevating yourself out of these, like we were saying, low vibrational activities. And you find that like once you get out of these dopamine cycles and you start doing these things that aren't like that, that aren't immediate gratification, satisfaction activities, it's you free up a lot of time and mental space, and everything actually becomes easier. You know what I'm saying? If I'm eliminating 3 or 4 hours a day of Instagram browsing and shit, I'm like, that might be hard for you to do at first just because you're hooked on it. But after you get through that, like that period, that like withdrawal period of that shit, because there is a withdrawal period from it because you're used to the dopamine, everything gets easier. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting harder just because you're like you will stop craving it. You will stop craving these things that you think are essential, that you're so used to. You will. And then you just free up more time and more energy and more space for your day to actually do things that are productive. You know?
I wanted to ask this because I have a problem with this. Inside of your like diet and the seed oil thing, is there anything you guys do to like supplement joint health? Because like, I'm much older than you guys, but my knees are fucking shot from skateboarding for 16 years. So like, stretching and stuff helps, but is there anything food-wise that you find has helped? Or have y'all ever experienced joint pain? Like, you're so fucking young.
Do you don't have like arthritis, do you?
Nothing,
no,
I mean, my wrist is fucked, but like, that's getting fixed.
So there are like a ton of different foods.
Supposedly.
There are plenty of foods, of course, that aren't necessarily good for you, that will, make your body inflame. So if you do have like a part of your body that's like has fucking prior issues, like for me, I had a lower back surgery that, if I don't take care of myself properly, like training wise and diet wise, it will hurt. I'll start to have like scar tissue pain and aches and pains, and especially like structurally, like bones and inflammation. So, cutting out foods that like give inflammation to your body is going to be a good start. And that obviously, like, it's just the whole seed oil thing that can be like an umbrella concept for everything. I mean, if you cut that shit out, like the foods we eat don't negatively inflame our bodies, And I don't have a specific list of foods. I just know what not to eat. And I just feel fucking amazing all the time.
See, that right there, that is something y'all should have on that list.
Yeah. So that
you should have like, maybe not you should change your thought process. Hey, maybe don't look for foods you have to eat, but food you cannot eat.
So that's a whole, it's like a whole interesting thing. Like he brought up that the concept of foods being inflammatory to your body is an essential thing to understand. Because what you're saying, millions of people live with fucking this general joint discomfort that they have no idea what the fuck's causing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is food allergies nowadays. And you can get tested. You can get your food allergies tested. It's very cheap. You can do it online now. You can just they send you a test strip, you put blood on it, and it will show you what foods you're specifically allergic to. But that said, there are things that everybody's allergic to that's going to inflame everybody. Like the stuff that we've been talking about.
Yeah. Like, that's what I was meaning earlier. Like, peanuts might fuck me up, but, like, they're great for you. You know, like, it's by...
But there's things like...
case by case thing.
Yeah, but you talk about high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, that's...
Seed oils.
Shitty for everyone.
You know, the list goes on of things that are just bad for everybody that are going to make you have more pain and more joint pain. Mm-hmm. It's not, like, people think that, like, the diet thing is, like, it's going to make a small difference. You may or may not notice it. It can be
night and day.
Absolutely massive.
I will say when I lost all that weight, and it wasn't even the weight loss, immediately when I changed my diet to, like, the healthier or lower calorie foods, I used to have a problem with my right knee, and I couldn't kneel all the way down without, like, grabbing something, like how people shoot on a single.
Yeah.
I could not do that. I could only do it with my left knee. Now I don't have that problem. But I still feel like...
From changing your diet?
Yeah. Or, I don't know. That might be, but it just coincidentally was exactly then, and it doesn't hurt anymore in that way. Now, I will still have, like... If I jump just straight into training without stretching at all, that's going to fuck me up because it's just like my leg is just not in that, it's not warmed up. It's just so stiff.
I've got a couple things for some. We can talk about a lot of it off air, but the to answer your question, I deal with a lot of joint issues because I played rugby for 12 years. Yeah. So I've put it on my body for sure.
But all that is pretty much not gone away, but like all the pain is subsidized since you've like changed everything up. Because I assume you haven't been in this diet your whole life.
No, I haven't. But no, I have some like bad injuries that are never going to go away. Yeah. But they're mitigated by having a healthy lifestyle for sure. Yeah. And then I would say like if you don't supplement glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM, if you're having any kind of joint issue, it's absolutely essential. Plus collagen. Those four things like are absolutely essential for joint health. And if you're not going to get, unless you do a lot of bone broth and things like that, you're probably not getting most of that in your diet. And those are literally the building blocks for cartilage in your joints.
So if I drink bone broth every day,
you're going to get a shitload of collagen and a lot of other very beneficial nutrients. Yeah. A lot of people cook their rice in bone broth to get it that way. There's a lot of different ways to take it.
Is there do you have a preferred bone broth?
I'll heat it and just drink it straight.
I mean, like, could I just buy it off the fucking shelf, or is that also fucked?
No, there are bone broths that are all right, but you can make it. Hylton for sure knows how to make a good bone broth.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah, like a lot of our foods don't use it a lot anymore, just because people don't know how to do it. But like a lot of ethnic foods, bro, like everybody uses it over there, and that's one thing. Like, I mean, we make stock all the time at work, but broth, like bone broth and stuff like that. Like,
I know when you get sick, you take it a lot, and it helps me a lot when I'm sick.
In
general, like my throat, like everything feels better.
Dude, the thing that separates the quality of bone broth is just the quality of the bones, which means the quality of the cow, right? So it's like if you get bones from a shitty factory cow that's been fed steroids and fucking antibiotics its whole life, you're gonna be taking all that in. But like if you can get and I mean, if you can just get bones locally or like from a decent butcher, which isn't hard down here in the South because there's fucking farms everywhere, right?
Yeah, there's also butcher shops a lot.
Yeah. That's the way, man. You can get bones for cheap, and you can just make a fucking big ass stock pot of bone broth. It's not a complicated process.
That shit and call it
you know how to make that.
Yeah,
dude. It's
hell
easy.
Yeah.
And I mean that's the truth, man. Because basically you're getting when you're making these things like the same way as you make soup out of like the things with the highest amount of collagen, so like chicken feet, like you use chicken feet to make. Yeah. You're getting a fuckload of collagen. Yeah. And like for your joint health, it's one of the best things you can take in because collagen is the building block of cartilage.
Yeah.
Which is like
the
cushion between
like
your
yeah, for sure.
So I mean that's for sure a viable thing.
And honestly, the amount of money you're gonna spend on store bought bone broth compared to like going out and making it yourself, dude,
Yeah.
is gonna be
I mean, a fucking little
crazy,
small
dude.
Campbell's
Dude.
single use
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, bro.
$2-3.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And it's like that's gonna be gone in one
Yeah.
sip.
Versus you pay $10
Yeah.
for a shitload of bones and you can make like a couple months supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fucking goal, is just completely going off grid with our shopping and just getting everything from fucking like Monty, the chicken, the egg plug. She
Yeah.
has a big ass
Oh,
fucking
word.
chicken coop,
That's tight.
and she
Brings
just
some
gave me
eggs
like a
and
straight
stuff.
up
Oh,
big
yeah.
ass box
That's
of
dope.
fucking eggs, and I don't.
And then fucking Andrea's doing like beef liver
Yeah.
pills
Beef
and
liver
stuff.
pills and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I've been taking those actually all week. Pretty fucking gnarly. Like, energy levels are great, dude. I feel fucking
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
No, it's fine. Just put a hole in that again.
Step
It's
one,
cool.
dude.
Hey man, do it 7 more times
Yeah, no,
before
that's
the
cool.
podcast is over.
Sorry about that, Ken Bennett.
He's like, hey man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing too. Is like, do you guys do a lot of supplements? Like, you go to GNC? And
I don't
and
take
you-
anything anymore. I
No?
when I first started that like weight cut before it was starting to be effective.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm gonna get all these slim like supplement things. It's
Right.
like a slim down packet, right?
That's cute, dude.
fucking
Dude, I would
cute.
do that and then protein and then dude because
The
I
Jenny
was
Craig
just
diet?
like, fuck, we're hitting everything.
Hey man, pop that balloon. It's cool, dude.
But I was hooked because I was just like, well, why would this say slim if it's not gonna make you slim?
Fat burner and shit like that.
Dude, babe, but you gotta
Hey,
you
that's-
laugh, but that's the fucking culture. Nobody
that.
like we're not
Yeah.
aware of like what can actually
Shortcut
help us.
culture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that's what I was doing, but I don't take anything now. Like
So my
I do make sometimes like protein pancake or protein French toast because the protein makes it taste better. That's it.
Yeah.
But I don't take it like ever.
And I'm only asking because, like, I know, like, you guys obviously work out a little bit. I don't know about you, but I'm just kidding. But I'm saying, like, I know
Hey
a
man,
lot
that's
of,
your slave you're talking about, bro. Be nice.
Hilton just took that one on the chin, dude. He was all,
Yeah,
What's up,
But-
dude?
small chin.
You
but-
saw my 6'2" presence when you walked in the door, didn't you?
But like, even anyone listening, like, people spend so much money on bullshit ass supplements that do fucking nothing for them. If you just eat the right foods that give you the nutrients you actually need, and not go out and buy vitamin fucking A through Z,
Yeah.
which half of them don't do anything for you.
Yeah.
Unless you have like some kind of nutritional deficiency that you actually believe in, and then you go need to supplement it. Fair enough, but like a regular healthy man, if you just eat nutrient dense foods, you don't need to go out and waste all that fucking money on this and fucking that.
And I think you touched on this earlier. Is like if you eat correctly, your body is craving those nutrients, right? So
Yeah.
you won't be like
Inclined.
snacking all the time.
Fuck no, dude.
Like, dude, that is like, I don't even eat sometimes because I'm hungry.
yeah.
It's mouth
Yeah.
pleasure. I'm just hooked on like,
Well, it's
dude,
another.
I do
One-
sunflower seeds really
dude,
bad.
one-
I'll eat a packet of sunflower seeds just in one sitting, just like as I'm working.
It's
Yeah.
another dopamine hit, though, man, and that's
Yeah,
the thing that you have
exactly.
to understand is that these dopamine cycles that we're talking about, that's just another one, right? So it's really, it's literally like a fucking overarching addiction to small hits of dopamine, and that's what you get from eating like shitty, high sugar, garbage processed food.
Yeah.
You get an immediate hit followed by like an hour of just feeling like complete shit, right? And that's the same as what you get from a screen, as what you get from watching porn. All of these activities have something in common. You know what I'm saying? And so like it's the same exact thing, bro. Like you fix your diet up,
Everything
or you
will
fix
follow
any
suit.
you fix
Yeah.
any of these little fucking lifestyle things up, you stop craving the garbage. And that's what the overarchingly is the message is get rid of your cravings for this fucking garbage.
Now, is there anything now that you guys have like cleaned up your diets over the last, I assume, few years because like you guys are still learning,
Dude,
you're still
honestly, man,
adjusting.
It's been like 6 months for me. Like, I haven't really made a conscious effort to like.
I
go
will
to
say this,
level.
and this is not joking, or I'm not trying to come off like joking. You have gotten way smaller, not muscle wise, but like you've lost weight. No, didn't you lose
Yeah.
like 20 or 30 pounds?
Yeah, no, you're right. Fuck. Like, I think last time I competed against him, I was like 220.
Yeah.
And if you just look at a picture of me, like, there was.
It's
not
on my wall
Yeah.
in my room. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I look
one
at
on
it
my
like
wall.
life size.
I keep one on my wall.
That's why I
I-
bring up that you're
He's got a
smaller.
fat
will
head
s-
of you in there.
I will say aesthetically, like, I've noticed just different parts of my body are just leaning up. Like, my waist has gotten very, very slim. I'm a very
Petite, some would say.
yes, nice and cute. But and I'm a very veiny person, so veins start coming out in different places, and I feel like that's a byproduct of just cutting out the shit in the diet that adds on needless body fat and bloating. And we sweat so much with jiu-jitsu too. I mean, that helps. But yeah, dude, it fucking, I mean, the last 6 months I've really tried to take a step forward in the right direction on that. But I've always been relatively conscious of my diet, but like I would still eat stuff that has garbage in it. It was just, deceiving. I didn't know at the time, like the Slim Fits and all that shit. I'd be sipping on those too.
Dude,
you know?
Slim Fast. I would be bad off on like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
but I bring that up because I was going to ask, like, since you guys have adjusted all this, is there anything now you still find like a little, we're going to go to the movies and have
craving
popcorn.
for
Temptation.
Well, no, like you set aside, like, I earn this once a month. I'm going to go have popcorn at the movies, or let's split a big pizza. Yeah. So it's not impossible.
Yeah. What's yours? You got some
shit, dude. Honestly, man, when I'm fucking
You're like
at the gas
two
station,
guys just fucking
Yeah. Right.
when I'm at the gas station, dude, those fucking Sour Patches are always eyeing me. So sometimes I'll just
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
but
the crutch, huh?
here's the thing: I allow myself at like once a week to just like go ham on something, whether it's like Oreos. I've got shit
What
I
is
wanna
go
eat.
ham? The whole package,
Dude, I'll buy like a family size pack of mega stuffed Oreos and a fucking half gallon of chocolate milk.
So you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Like I won't stop until I feel like I need to go to the hospital. Like I'll really make sure I get out of my system. Done. And then dude, I'll just shit it out the next morning. It's no big deal. You know?
Yeah. Dude, I tell you what,
Clean
like,
muscle down there.
fucking
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah, no,
because,
we eat shitty. You don't have to tell
Yeah,
us.
no, we eat shitty.
We're talking to the clean
But what
guys.
I'm saying is the alcohol thing for me is what flips me into that. Like I turn into like a grim. So like when I drink, I'll be feeling it and I'll be like, oh man, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? It makes it okay.
So
and
you
like,
mean to eat shitty? Is that what you're
like
getting
because
at?
it makes me crave that.
Really, I never see you eat when you're drinking.
Well, not always while I'm
or
drinking,
sometimes
but like
the
when
next
I
day
drink,
when you're hungover,
yeah,
too.
like when I've like had like I'll go out and have like a couple beers or whatever,
Word.
and like just chilling, and then I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry as fuck, and then eat shitty.
See, I can't relate in that way because like when I drink alcohol, I drink it for the flavor, but I only have a cup.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the feeling of the way it makes me feel. So I'm like, I've never had a hangover, so it's like I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like I can't relate because I don't understand it. Like
it's
haven't experienced it.
that's kind of an interesting point. I think is like it's easy if so there's things that like I will cheat on and there's things that I won't.
Yeah.
So like
Now is that a mental thing? Like you feel like I can slide on these things?
yeah, like once in a while I'll get a bag of candy, bro. Yeah, 100%. And
is that something you're fine with, or is that something?
Yeah, it's
you're
something
like,
I'm
Man,
fine
I need
with.
to
No,
fix that.
I mean, it's something I'm fine with. Like
because you need to have you can't be strict all the time because then it'll break you.
Yeah.
You'll be like, what the fuck?
I mean, we don't need it, but we do
Yeah.
want it, and it's just like we're fucking human, man.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's gonna be
no one's perfect, and I also like doing that shit every now and then does nothing negative to your body. If anything, it just fucking gives your body a little gut check and like teaches you how to like actually deal with that kind of food in case it ever does come around. But like,
Dude, y'all should do Survivor together.
yeah, 100%,
fucking
dude.
Like
Kill it.
fucking dude, do it. Have you all ever seen Survivor? The
Yeah,
first,
for sure.
you double Richard, 2 dicks. Richard, the first season was nude the whole season.
I mean, I don't watch
Oh, I
Survivor
didn't
like
know
that.
Oh, see what the fuck?
I mean,
I
I've
just
seen
asked
it.
you a
I'm
question.
familiar with the concept of
I watched
Survivor.
Naked and
Fuck, I
Afraid.
said, do you watch it? No, I got it.
Naked and Afraid. I'm interested in doing that.
Get
man.
down with that.
Yeah, but $1 million. Naked and Afraid is like they jack you off
This isn't about the money, though,
$30,000.
Survivor's $1 million bucks.
Yeah, well,
He's
used
like,
to
hold
be.
on, let me-
Hello.
hold
Shit levels up.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested potentially. But
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have a connect, so like,
Yeah.
don't
we can't
point
like
anything
text him
that.
for you,
Talk.
Yeah.
but
no, like I was saying, like there's things that I'll cheat on. Like so, yeah, a little small diet cheat for sure. But like
what is your go-to?
probably peach rings.
Oh, peach rings.
Dude, I fucking love peach
I
rings,
can't
dude.
stand peach.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
It's such a weird
like
thing.
Gummy
It's like what
candies.
I
don't
grew
like
up.
gummy.
I just
I
grew
love
up
the
loving
gummy
those
shit,
motherfuckers, dude.
Dude, if I'm going for candy, my go-to candy is sour Starburst. But you cannot find them unless
those
they're
are
the
gnarly.
little unwrapped ones. But
Yeah.
the old school ones, like when they were in the tube, you would get the
Yeah.
blue raspberry, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Or like that Albanese company that makes the gummy bears.
oh, dude, bro, what?
I'll
Those are
smash
the
those.
best gummy bears
By far.
ever.
Yeah,
bro.
by hands down.
Straight
What
up.
is the appeal to a fucking gummy bear? I don't get it. You
Dude,
just
Yeah,
choose.
you're
It's
wild.
so
I
fucking
love
yummy,
that
dude,
shit.
yeah, for some reason I just like gummy fucking
Yeah.
candy if I'm gonna eat it. I don't know why, but
Dude, just get a flavored mouthpiece.
I don't wear mouthpiece.
Well, I just fucking said Get a flavored mouthpiece. You don't have one.
No, I don't fucking want one either. That's the point.
Just fill your
I'm
mouth
actually kind
full
of
of gummy
interested in
bears.
that. That sounds nice.
Dude, you used to be able to boil them in like Kool-Aid. Dude, I grew up.
Dude, that's how
the
girls
fuck
dyed their. That's how girls dyed their hair back in the day, dude.
fuck
They
out of my
fucking
face,
they put Kool-Aid in it.
That's bullshit.
I grew up in a
Kool-Aid,
trailer park,
bro.
dude.
Yeah, they boiled everything in Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kool-Aid was like a
Yeah.
multi-use. For sure, they dyed their hair.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And their
Kool-Aid.
shirts when they wore their shirts.
Yeah,
That's
they're blanching
hilarious.
green beans and Kool-Aid in the trailer parks for sure.
How much water do you guys drink a day?
It's important.
It's another
Yeah, I
good
mean,
one.
y'all have
This
made
has
us
been
feel
getting hard.
severely bad since some people suck fast too.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
So my water intake has through the roof. I mean, 100,000% more than I used to.
How much
Yeah.
you
It's a
drink?
lot.
Yeah, I mean, like a glass now.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
It's a step in the right direction.
I mean, like honestly, a full smart water a day, like the tall boys. Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
been drinking.
No,
like
I used-
3 or 4 of these a day.
Okay.
solid.
Wow.
Recently.
Way to brag. You could have
That's
just
I'm just
leveled
saying.
with
Honestly,
me. to make me
honestly,
look
why-
good.
since
like, what's
fucking
your-
Sunday, since fucking Sunday, I'm like, 'cause I like. I don't know why. I was just like, I'm getting ready for this fucking competition, and I want to like fucking do
Fuck
it.
yeah, dude.
And so like, I cut alcohol out. I'm not drinking, and I'm like, I'm trying to cut a bunch of bad shit out.
Yeah.
Like drinking water as much as I can, not drinking soda. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Yeah.
fucking
I
trying
mean,
to be
you're
good
gonna
about
feel
it.
immensely better
Yeah.
for that. Hylton.
I mean, dude, honestly, the last fucking 4 days. That's what I was
The
saying
way
about
you
the
said that
drinking
to him
thing.
was like you were his dad.
Yeah.
You said the way and then you said Hylton on the end.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, my dad was just here. So.
Yeah, he was just
dude.
well. Now he's still sitting there.
Yeah. Well,
Different daddy.
but just the last 4 days of just cutting that shit out because, like, I work in a restaurant.
Do you feel
bro.
better?
Yeah.
Bro? So much better. And that's the thing is, I'm not craving shit.
And here's the
You know,
thing, man.
like,
We have become so. I shouldn't say we. People have become so accustomed to feeling like shit that they don't even realize what feeling good is like. Right?
Yeah.
You add up all of the fucking things that people consume on a day-to-day basis, processed fucking foods, nicotine, alcohol, caffeine, in an endless cycle. Like, most people don't know what it's like to go through a day without a substance in their system of some sort, right?
Coffee's mine.
Correct, yeah.
It's a fucking problem.
But when you cut these things out, like, you realize, oh, I didn't have a fucking headache today, or my energy levels were fucking fine all day long, right? It's like little things that you become so accustomed to feeling like shit that you don't even know that you feel like shit.
yeah. You don't know
right?
what good is.
Your baseline just adjusts, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's yet another situation where, like, to hear and see that other people don't deal with this shit on a daily basis because of the way their lifestyle is, you're like, oh wow, like, there is a fucking alternative. Like, I don't have to feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little things like that. I don't drink caffeine or alcohol anymore, so like that stuff has been a fucking immensely beneficial for me. But like, just upping your water intake, dude.
Yeah.
It's such a simple thing, but it can make like a world of difference in how you feel daily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. And I tell you what, the alcohol thing for me is difficult just because of, like, I work in a restaurant. And it's like,
It's
dude,
the culture.
3
It's the
o'clock,
culture.
bro. It's like, all right, it's time to drink a beer in the walk-in. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's
for
like
sure.
shit like that, man. And it's hard to get away from.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
that's
but
just
like,
where, like, you got to make the decision. Like I said, if your conviction's stronger than the temptation to drink a fucking beer,
yeah,
you'll be fine.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it depends on what your goal is, man. Like, if you feel like, I mean, yeah, it's just where do you want to be and how is this going to affect your ability to get there? That's all it is, you know? If you can function just fine on a beer after work every day and you decide that can be part of your little program and it's not going to fuck you up too bad.
Yeah.
Do your thing, you know? Yeah, it's just kind of like where you want to be, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I feel you.
Well,
I think just after deciding to compete, like, I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna like fucking take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the shit out that I can and fucking do it and try and do it for real. You know?
Are you
So-
doing Trey's tournament?
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yep.
I think,
Yeah,
are
let's
you going
go.
to jump in that?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the same weight class.
Yeah, I'm cutting to 105.
Hey, hey, look at me
Yeah,
real
man.
quick. 125. All right.
What do you actually weigh?
160.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I heard.
And that's like soaking wet, you know?
right. Like, you mean like when Eric's here?
Huh? Who?
Daddy.
What are you,
He
a
knows him
fucking
by
Dad.
dad.
Dad. Oh, you meant dad.
What are you, a fucking owl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. No.
Yeah, that's
You
sick,
need
man.
that.
I know everybody's really like, for some reason, since you've hopped in, like everybody's super invested in your little jiu-jitsu journey. I swear, dude.
Dude, it's
It is.
wild.
Yeah.
It's honestly crazy.
I'm
to
gonna
me,
let
dude.
you
Like,
know
it's
that's
crazy.
not how jujitsu works, by the way.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
most
You
of the
have a
time, nobody gives a
community-
fuck
Oh,
what
I
you
know,
do
bro.
at white belt.
I'm like honestly
Dude,
so
you're a
fucking
Make-A-Wish
blessed, bro.
kid.
Like so blessed.
You're exactly a
It's a
Make-A-Wish kid.
Make-A-Wish kid.
Dude, everybody is like, oh, he's doing so good. Look at him.
Hey,
No,
dude,
it's sick, though,
we
man.
rolled earlier, man. How am I doing, bro?
Yeah, you're doing good, dude. For like a sickly kid, you're not bad.
Call him a
Such a
Make-A-Wish.
You're such a dick.
No,
It's
but
like,
it is-
Put your name on the thing with the balloon. This one's for Hylton. Fucking, you want to donate $1 to this kid?
Yeah.
It is
Okay,
actually
yeah.
sick, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
And we're raising funds for your tongue repair.
How much you got so far? Because I'm trying to get that shit done.
We got like
quick, dog.
$8.
He's trying to
that's
actually
not
fit a
fun.
mouthpiece, so
It's-
yeah. So,
God damn, dude. Okay, all jokes aside, though, it's actually pretty sick. Like, I know even just for myself, I can speak. Like, I'm fucking so stoked to see you compete for the first time, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that these guys both feel like that, and so does Derek and like everybody else that you train. Like we're all so G'd to see you, even though it's your like first white belt competition. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, man.
We're all really stoked that you're training.
I'm fucking I'm super excited, man.
Yeah,
and like recently, the things are starting to click, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, it's making me fucking
yeah.
like I'm.
I mean,
so
he is a
excited, dude.
wizard in the kitchen, and he's just applying that same like mindset to learning.
Yep.
And it, dude, it is like the evolution. You're in a really good gym,
For sure.
always training with good people.
Yeah.
Like people that are taking care of you. Like,
Yeah. No, it's
What do you train on? You said Remedy, right?
Kazushi.
He's training with Derek.
Oh,
yeah,
for
I,
real?
yeah, I make
Oh,
Kazushi.
fuck
with
yeah.
that.
official.
Yeah.
Oh,
official,
sick,
official.
man.
dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I did
That's
not
the
know
place,
that.
dude.
Yeah, man.
That's the place.
Are you
for sure.
doing gi as well or just no gi?
No gi.
He's training it with
go.
Derek, motherfucker.
I don't fucking know if you wear a gi.
No, yeah. So, dude, fucking stoked, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
awesome.
That's sick, man.
No pressure. But
No, I mean, but definitely
everybody,
all
the
the
entire
pressure, though, you
community
know?
is riding on you
But definitely all the pressure. but
competing.
it's fine.
No pressure at all. But this is recorded and
Yeah.
no pressure.
No, it's
You,
fine.
you're jumping in for
It's
sure.
fine.
yeah, yeah.
Let's
He's already
go.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already told Chef, I was like, I'm not gonna be here next Saturday. He was like, all right, man, cool. So I'm in.
Fuck yeah, let's
He's
go,
like, I'm
man.
getting scalps, bro.
Fucking. You
So
know?
speaking of,
Uh-huh.
what's up with this little bet going on?
Ooh.
What's that?
The Dante Leon, like, what is?
I don't know, man.
I never.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, right.
To be honest, man, my perception of that is that so like, you know, the Daisy Dante is pretty like cool with all the flow guys.
Yeah.
Like, they know him. He's one of the top black belts, right? So they
Yeah.
fucking see him. He's competed on their shows and stuff. So I think like whatever the angle was, like they're just trying to sort of pull me in and like hype the matchup. And like he trains at Daisy Fresh too now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of that going on. But I don't know, man. I was explaining this to somebody yesterday. Like, my style is really not. I'm not interested in talking shit, to be
Yeah.
honest, man. And I know that like that's like what people gravitate towards in a big way now when you're doing combat sports, just because of like the tone that's been set by boxing and the UFC.
Yeah.
But that's just not my style, man. I think it adds unnecessary pressure to yourself, because what's more embarrassing than running your mouth like obsessively up to a match and then getting fucking starched? You know what I'm saying?
Connor
Yeah, bro. And so
McGregor, I mean, you know.
yeah, and you just
Multiple
you end up adding a bunch of
lot.
pressure to yourself and like not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To perform. Now you got to back up all this garbage you've been talking. And it's not that I'm concerned about my performance, but that's just not my style, man. Whether it's a jiu-jitsu match or it was a fucking bar fight, let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we going to sit here and talk about it? Let's go outside and do it. Or next Friday, we're going to fucking do the match anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's show up and handle it, bro. We don't need to talk about it.
There's no need for all that.
And we did that presser yesterday. And there's a little bit of them trying to just promote the match and draw you into some shit
They
talk.
played the old
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, a little bit, right? They want you to be
Yeah.
like, nah, man, he ain't gonna fucking go like that. He's going to sleep, whatever.
Yeah.
And they sort of drew us in a little bit, like as it will. He said he's gonna put me to sleep, and I told him if I get his back, he's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, low key behind the scenes, me and Pixley are cool, man. And I don't need. I'm not one of those guys that like needs to hate somebody to go out and handle my business. Like I can get in that mindset pretty easy now, where I need to be, and then after the match, it's not. It doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah.
So for me, man, that whole thing, like that kind of came out of nowhere. I saw that, and like a bunch of people were talking shit. But to be honest, now that I've done pretty much my obligations for this thing, I deleted my Instagram from my phone. I don't care about looking at it for the rest of the week. I'm just getting my head like in the right space for this, and like it's interesting because it's not like I'm it's like a world class stage, or I mean it's a pretty big stage for jiu-jitsu, but it's not like there's millions of people watching or anything. But it's interesting getting a small taste of like seeing people's comments at you, people that don't know you, right? People talking shit and they don't know who you are. It's just some random dude, and having to deal with like ignoring that, you know? It's an interesting thing, and I can see how like that could be on a bigger stage when you've got thousands of people just talking shit or like whatever, how you could get caught up in that. And once I started seeing some of that shit, because Daisy Fresh is popular, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have a lot of people that know their names.
Dude, they're like underground kings
for sure,
in
man.
jiu-jitsu.
So obviously there's a lot of people that are like big fans of them that are just like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he on here? Like, why are they waiting? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they act like you're coming for their heads or something. And it's like, no, dude. Like, how did the match get like brought up? Did they approach you guys?
So what happened is, Mike Sears was he was doing an Instagram live one night with Dante and Luis Quinones, who's I think he's a 10th planet. He's either a black or a brown belt out of HQ. And yeah, I was watching it, and I was kind of just talking some shit to Mike Sears, saying I wanted to get a match with him. And then I said something about, hey, Dante, like I had a match with your boy Pixley at Worlds. And they remembered it because it was the one where I got DQ'd for slapping him. Yeah. And they were laughing about it, and they brought me on, and I talked shit with him for a couple minutes. And then Mike was like, I'll make the match. So I kind of waited to hear. I didn't hear anything for a minute. And like I think early December, he started sort of messaging me about it. And then they made it. I was surprised, to be honest, that it's on WNO.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Well, I mean, they have such a tight relationship with Daisy Fresh, so it's like any traction for their group, they're going to try to, which it's good for the sport because it's like they have a cult following, so it brings more eyes. So I think that's why it's so close to that. Like, name another team that is interesting to watch right off.
Yeah. No,
I mean, B Team, but like that's because of the controversy of them splitting. I mean, also B Team is super good, but like, do you care what Atos is doing? No, you might care what some people at Atos is doing,
but not like as a team. Like,
I don't give a shit.
And that's cool, man. And
Ty and Cade, like, I'll watch them all day. But it's like I don't give a fuck about fucking Hanger or like some of the other people. It's like, okay.
And that's why I don't have a problem with them, dude, because they're ultimately it's a bunch of working class dudes doing the same shit that I'm doing, right? Yeah. They're all sacrificing a lot to train and do what they do. They're all coming out of pocket money to do what they do, to travel and all this shit. And it's the same shit I'm doing, And these guys are most of them are from like lower middle class or lower class backgrounds. Like they don't fucking have shit. Yeah. And they're working their asses off to chase a dream.
Sleeping in the gym or
you know what I'm saying? I got nothing but respect for those dudes, man. So like that's why that's another reason why I'm not going to get drawn into shit talking these guys, because I mean I probably have a lot more in common with those dudes than I do, differences. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Man.
I mean, tell me none of us in here would not be stoked to just go train at their gym.
Yeah, I was going to after I fought Pixley the first time. I messaged him and I was like, hey, bro, like sick match. I wasn't actually trying to like hit you, blah, blah, blah. And we chopped it up and he was like, come train, man. And I was going to.
He also got a good strike back, too.
Yeah, he did. So, like, what did he have to be mad about? You know what I'm saying? His was actually a real strike.
He struck you back. Shouldn't that be a double DQ?
Abrao was saying, I was pretty heavy with my clubs and collar ties the whole match. So, Abrao was saying that, like, it was like the second or third time. Yeah. Yeah, it is what
I was watching it live and I was like, I cannot believe that's Abrao. Like, it took me a second because wasn't he wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, man, that curly hair, though, that stature.
Oh, it's for sure Abrao, too.
Yeah, I was like, there's not many people that look exactly like that.
And I'm cool with Abrao, man. I didn't take it personally. Like, IBJJ had banned me for 3 months, and I got a DQ. It was what it was.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Bro.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Whoa. Okay, dude.
They sent me like a formal letter, like you were seen smacking your opponent's face on October.
You should have
11th.
been like, your
Please
mom.
explain yourself.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. They're like, they banned me for 3 months, and there was nothing in that 3-month period. I was like, got me.
Word, no, that's
Well,
cool.
so there's another big opportunity coming up for you, and like might be bigger than Who's Number One, but there's rumors on the street like there's a belt available.
Talk to me.
You gotta get your people to talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a voting process, so who's taking the title, bro?
What's the deal with this thing?
So the top 4 people with views
Okay.
who bring views,
Uh-huh.
and you're one of them because we know how to count.
Yeah.
So it's you. We haven't found the 4th one yet, but as of right now, it's you, Brett, and we haven't found the other 2 yet. So okay, but you and Brett.
Hey, so what he's saying is we can't count.
Gotcha.
That's what he's really saying.
Yeah.
But you and Brett 400% sure are in because of just views alone. Y'all are the top 2 views. Yeah. So
Let's go.
I mean, you're 100. You have the final shot of the episodes. Like it cuts off at 100. So for every 100 episodes, we do guess of the year.
Oh, got you. That's
So
solid, man. Sick.
you're the final position in here.
I think.
I mean,
got it
now
locked
you have
down.
the same amount of episodes as Brett, so you have a fair shot to beat Brett if you want to. Not saying that Brett's gonna win, but I'm saying like,
Is it so? It's just straight views. Like if I get.
well, the views get you into the bracket of the voting. So like then it's
Oh,
gonna
then
be
I
it's
vote.
voting.
Vote on it.
Yeah,
now it's
Sick,
voting.
let's go.
So we'll drop voting. I think like sometime next week. So this comes out Monday of next week.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be sometime of next week, Monday to like Thursday.
I like my chances, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, you got Cruz.
Yeah.
Holler at boys.
What's up,
Yeah, I'll
ladies?
talk to the
Girls.
fellas.
Yeah.
Trying to get that belt, baby.
We'll shout
I mean,
it out,
does it
baby.
look good? I mean, I'm just saying, it's like.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that would
you
You
look
ever
good on
touched
me.
gold before, bro?
Yeah.
This is not gold, but it
Hey.
looks like gold.
Hey, it's gold, man.
Yeah.
I got
You know?
a question though. What's up with the 2 dudes kissing on the front?
Dude, those are our grandfathers, and
Yeah.
this was handed down. So watch your
We've-
mouth, dude.
Yeah, we've had this
This is a
belt
family
for
heirloom.
don't
Heirloom.
No,
It's a
say
heirloom.
there you go.
A girl
Yeah, no,
originally
cut that.
handed it to my grandpa.
Yeah.
You know the
There's a
best thing about
picture.
Cody, bro, is he'll say like a fucked up word, like he'll fuck up a word, and then he'll double down and
Yeah.
try to convince you that
Yeah.
you're fucking.
You
wrong.
mean
You fucked up, dude.
Kazebo?
Yeah,
last
Kazebo.
Kazebo?
So we've had a great time with you guys, and
He does. He's wrong, but he won't admit that he's wrong.
and
It's
he'll
the-
die. He'll
it's
die on the silliest hills.
100%. But you know
dude,
what?
my life is Silly Hills. What the fuck are you doing?
Respect you for it because you will die on the hill for sure. But also just accept that
I'm
you
gonna
done
write a
it
book
wrong,
about my life.
you know?
It's gonna be called Silly Hills.
I got you.
So read it or not, you learn or not. Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting the fuck out of here. Is there anything you want to plug before you get out of here, like a harem or something?
Go ahead, man.
Shit, dude. Fucking, we were talking about the platforms we're starting up earlier. We got a fitness page, primacy.fitness on Instagram, and we're gonna be having another page fired up called just the Primacy. If you get on the Primacy Fitness, there'll be a plug there as well.
How are you pronouncing that?
Primacy,
Primacy.
PRIMACY
Okay.
dot fitness. Yeah, we're just gonna be putting out basically just shit we just talked about. Just ways to clean up basic things in your lifestyle. We're just trying to help people out. You know, people that want to be fucking helped.
Will you guys be helping people individually? Like if they reach out to you, like DM, and they're like, "Yo, could I get like a not a personal trainer, but like some sort of like, yo,
Like
could
internship almost? Is that what
No,
you're talking
like,
about?
hey, I need to
Like-
restructure my life. If I give you like what I'm currently doing, can you restructure it and then I like do something? I don't know.
Potentially, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
That would honestly be beneficial.
as long as
yeah.
we have for as long as we have the capacity to do it. You know, obviously, like there
Yeah.
comes a certain point where you just can't respond to everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as we have the capacity to do that, because that's the goal, right? Like
Yeah.
we're trying to make as much of a positive impact on these guys as we can. So it's like, if I have the time and the capacity to do it, I'd be happy to help people restructure the way that they're doing things for sure. Yeah.
And also, like, we're still learning too, man. Like, there's
Yeah.
so much out there that, you know, we haven't really learned about. And we're just going to be kind of using probably not so much the fitness one, but the other page, just the primacy to kind of plug that kind of information as well. Just stuff that we learned, we kind of tried, trial and error, and be like, yeah, this is working for us. Like, we feel really good. We're feeling happy. We're feeling healthy, like loving life. And here you go. Yeah. Shit like
Y'all
that.
are basically physical scientists.
Yeah, I mean,
because you're actively
Real life.
experimenting with yourself.
Yeah.
for sure, man. Like,
And each other. What?
yeah,
I mean, whatever, dude.
hey, check
Okay,
it out.
dude. I wouldn't.
Fucking
Say, no, that's fine.
OnlyFans dropping soon.
Okay. Well, hey. All right, now. So, didn't you bring this up on like the first episode we did?
Oh, did I?
I don't know, dude. Never sent me a link so I could check it out. I mean, I'm just researching for the guests.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't get the link?
Tell them what's up.
You got the link? Yeah, but that's different. You have personal experience with these two. I don't even need to look.
Yeah.
It's a fucking problem. Okay, do you want to be in the voting or not?
Yeah, I'm in the voting.
All right.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
in the voting.
no.
Then
I'm in
I'm going to need to be in the link. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we got you, baby.
All right.
Don't worry about that.
All right.
You get gold membership, $2.99 a month. No worries.
And I got to pay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, dude. Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging
dude.
out. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Check out Who's Number One, which is dropping Friday. what-
21st.
Yeah, but what time is the prelims?
I think the prelims will kick off around like 4 or 5, and it'll be on Flo's YouTube channel.
Yes,
You
the
don't have to- yeah.
prelims are free, right?
Prelims are free.
And then
Yeah.
you pay for the Flograppling for the rest of them. But, dude,
Correct.
gonna be a killer card. The
Fuck
whole
yeah,
card's
dude.
gonna be bananas.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
It's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude, y'all should do some sort of like behind the scenes video.
I want to, man. I'm gonna talk to you about this off air, but I really am looking for like some kind of videographer that wants to come hang out with us. So
Word.
you might know somebody. So
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd
yeah.
be dope, dude.
yeah.
Well, good shit. Thank you guys for coming, man.
Thank you for
guys.
coming to 100, by the way. This is 100. We didn't even say
Yeah,
fucking shit about it.
This is
Yeah.
what this is for. Episode 100.
Episode 100, baby.
Big deal, big deal. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee! Hey!
Yee.